how is the volume from over there? Alright, kind of a weird place today. I'm at the art school next to my house, but I thought I film at home. Let's go out. I have my night lens on, so everything's nice and crisp and bright. So today I want to talk about imperialism. No, imperial. So when you buy beers, sometimes and often you'll see them in stouts or porters. Imperial stout. You know, what does that mean? It essentially is just, the definition of that is essentially just extra grains, extra hops, extra alcohol, and extra flavor. A lot of IPAs won't call themselves that. They'll call themselves double IPAs, triple IPAs. Functionally, realistically, in reality, same thing. So what I have here is an Imperial Gose from Gorilla, and I guess it's just a Gose that's been amped up with alcohol content. It is 7.6. It does have passion fruit puree in it and salt. So 3, that's the magic number. 3 distinct flavors mingle perfectly in this full-bodied, full-on beer. 3-year-old sun-dried salt blends with the sweet and sourness from a generous addition of real passion fruit. They say 3 flavors, so that's salt, passion fruit. I imagine the other one is the souring process. They do use the Philly sour yeast, which is what I used in my sour. There'll be videos on that on my channel. The IBU on this is 1. 1. It's nothing. I've never seen an IBU that low in my life. 10 for a lager, 5 for a lager. I've never seen a 1 before. So they use Hallertau Tradition hops. This pairs well with goat's cheese and shrimp. Whatever. Let's do it. So the name Imperial, I mean, you can imagine it as this grand, powerful force, right? Ooh, higher alcohol. Yes! But it actually came from the porters and stouts that were made in London in the 1800s. Guess who really loved those? The Russians. The Russian imperial court, the Tsars, they got taste of this stuff, or maybe their diplomats did in London. You know, they took some back, and the court was so enamored and enthralled with this high potency stouts, you know, 6.5%, 7%, 8% in London, that they started ordering them from these breweries in London and England. They'd ship them over to Russia, and the rest is history. So, Imperial just denotes a stronger alcohol in any alcohol, or any beer, let's say. So, I'll come a little closer. I gotta be careful because my lens... This looks so stupid. Anyway, back to my chair. So, let's see what... I've had a million Imperial Stouts. I've had a million double IPAs. I've never had a really strong sour beer, though. That's passion fruit. Oh man, yeah. Whew. Not subtle. The salt comes through after. 3 years dry in the sun. This is primo shit. So, yeah, there's much more of that heat. You know, you do a shot of vodka and there's a heat to it, right? Clearly not that strong. But there is a lot more of that kind of warmth to it that comes pretty quickly, actually. This is pretty nice. With sours, I guess my expectations have always been, I compare them to saisons, because there's that tartness, right? Saisons are not supposed to be like super high in alcohol. Saison means, like, not literally, but sessionable. This was given to people working in the fields on French farms as part of the payment. It was supposed to be easy to drink, supposed to be safer than water to drink, so you didn't want something that was like 5.5%, 6% anyway. You'd want something that was 3.5%, even lower, really. Back then, because beer was mostly like a food staple, you know, beers would be unpredictable, but, you know, they'd be 1.5%, 2.5%, so that you could drink it a lot throughout the day. Lick my lips, the salt's there. So, while I wouldn't say that making a strong sour is a bad thing, my preconceived notions of them is that they're supposed to be weaker. Or at least not over 6, let's say. With 7.6, it's considerably higher. Excuse the noise, but we are in Korea. Find me a quiet place in Korea. Send it to me. Yeah, I don't love this. There's a bit of heat. It does basically taste like, and Gorilla's made passion fruit sours before too. So this, not style, but this kind of beer is not new to me. It's not new to them either. But they have ratcheted up the, in the literal sense of ratcheted up, not ratchet, but they've ratcheted up, cranked up the malts. It's basically pale malt, wheat, and carapils. So, yeah. Again, I don't love this. It's good. I like it. I'd get another one, but I'm not blown away. This is very much in the tradition of their sours. It's just more alcohol content. So. I got this at Uri Shupa. It was the last one. So if you find one, get it, because they're not making a whole ton of these. So, see you in the next video. Ooh, hide that. I only take myself to the fanciest places. The smoking area of an art school. Art college, I guess you'd call it. Anyway, let's take a look at the can. Yep, Imperial Goze. Got a ape on there, fitting for a gorilla. Just chilling out with a beer. Anyway, yeah, this video looks a lot weirder than usual. I usually use a 10mm lens. Gives you so much coverage. Like, you can stand like 2 meters away and your whole body's in the video. Imagine like a GoPro, right? Those things are really wide. Now, of course, I'm using a Canon DSLR, but the lens is 10mm, super wide. This is a 40mm lens, and because the sensor I have is not full, this is camera dork stuff, but it's essentially acting as a 64mm lens, because it's a full-frame lens on a like smaller sensor. So yeah, the zoom on this is ridiculous. I also brought my 50mm lens, which again acts as an 80mm, and that thing is touchy. Like, if I'm even moving a little bit, it's like, oh, what are you doing to me? The depth of field's so shallow. I'll turn it on manual focus. All you beer people who are bored of camera stuff, just turn off the video, but yeah. That's how shallow we're going right now. Like, the can's in focus and the lens isn't. Now the lens is in focus and the can isn't. Anyway, nerd stuff.